How you all doing and welcome in. I'm the Gingerbeerdman. We got a lot to talk about. We're going to be going with patch notes, what's in the game, what's new with all of Dead by Daylight. So we're going to be going through each thing slowly here in the inbox. We got the Alien Collection. It is out. The Attack on Titan Collection, that is out. The 2v8, that is out, running from April 28th to May 19th, which we already literally knew that it was going to be running that long. If not, it's going to go the whole month of May. Play While You Wait is now here in the 1v4 and 2v8. So you don't have to wait forever in the killer line. In the 1v4 now, you can actually play some Survivor while, you're waiting to play killer. New Auric Sell a purchase reward. You get the a winged interlude figurine whenever you buy some Auric cells, obviously. If you're going to be getting any of the Attack on Titan stuff, you're going to be buying Auric cells either way. The Rift 5 Ruin, obviously the new Rift is here as well, so you'll have to get that if you'd like to. And they have all of these skins, the Collector's Curse, Hellion's Courage, Leper's Quest, Plague Doctor's Purpose, Highwayman's Tale, and the Prophet's Sight. You unlock these all within the Rift, and it is the Darkest Dungeon collab. So there is that as well. Speaking of Darkest Dungeon, if you go watch your favorite Twitch streamer, you can earn these 3 right here, up to 6 hours of watching them from April 28th to May 8th. If you'd like to do that, you can. It is over there for you to do. Now, head to the store. It's free gift as always. Let's roll through some of these. Some of them are brought back into the collection from before. They've already been here, to tell you the truth. So I am going to go through Colonel Marine's gear for Gabriel. A little bit of a show and tell here. Looks alright. I think it's alright. A little bit of a camo deal. Not bad at all. William Hudson. That's part of the Rhea Ripley stuff, by the way, Alien. But Rhea Ripley, obviously her skin, but yeah. We have him as well. Aaron Yeager, the Attack Titan. This is for the Trapper. There's 3 different kinds for him: the Crystallization Attack Titan, the Ember Attack Titan, and the normal Attack Titan. They are all the same price. We're just changing colors on this. I don't know why we have to pay for every single one of them, but we do. That is a thing. So if you'd like to get any of these, you can. I'll just click on one of them so you can see what it looks like. Pretty sure that's a mess up, or unless it's supposed to be like that. Is it supposed to be in the ground like that, or is it supposed to be in his hand? I don't know. They all like that? Let's find out. Yeah, they are. They're all like that. Alright. So, yeah. Depending on which one you want to get. Does his eyes change, or is it me? No, it's the same. Why does it look more clean for the Attack Titan than any one of them? Ah, maybe it's me. It might be me. Who knows? Anyway, keep going. Cleaning Levi for Jake. Not surprised they didn't use the last season Levi. With the patch over his eye. I'm surprised they didn't use that one. He's all patched up. That's the one I would have used anyway. Mikasa's dark uniform for Yui. Pretty much her last uniform in the last season. That's why I was like, why didn't they use Levi's patch one? With him all bandaged up. I don't know why they didn't use that one. Would have made a little bit more sense, but who knows. Shasha, Thalita. Pretty good. And these are all Queen's Ball attire. Michaela, Queen's Ball for Hattie, Adam Francis, Queen's Ball, Renatos, Elodie. This is Heart of Freedom's Fangs. And that is it for the store. That is all of them. Go back to the menu. All right. Let's head to the Rift. Yes, door. Okay. So they do have some interesting ones that are throughout here. Different emblems, borders. Right here's Jeff, which I think it's different seeing blonde Jeff, but Jeff's in there for the premium as well. Look how cool some of these ones are. I think they're pretty cool, the banners that they have throughout here. That's all in the premium, by the way. They got some cool ones for the free as well. Look at the twins. Not bad, not bad. This is Nia's in the premium. They're all pretty good. I mean, there's not... They're all different, but they're pretty good. Like, they're good bodies. You look at the head, like... Oh, look at that. Another cat one. The cats are put in. Fool's cap. Yes. You can get this on the free. This whole entire costume is on the free. I forgot to even mention that real quick here. Where is... Yeah, his bottom's down here. You have his bottom as well, plus the weapon as well. So you have the whole gesture set up for the Wraith for free. If you go the whole way across. Meg's, this one is probably... Look at her jacket there, and then the head. Kind of reminds you of almost Horizon Zero Dawn. Like, it kind of reminds you of that kind of stuff. And then the Deep Rift has some different alt colors and stuff like that that you can get as well. There's the nurses right there, and then there's another one of Meg's right there. So there's different ones you can get in the deep one as well. Goes the whole way over for different colors and different sets that you can do. So that's if you want to do that. That's all up to you. Quest wise, we have a lot to talk about. I'm just showing you all these different clothes and stuff for now. But the 2v8 is rolling. You complete 9 2v8 trials. Complete 3 trials as a trapper. Complete 5 trials and a killer. Hook 30 survivors. Safely unhook 12. Damage 20 generators. Succeed at 30 repair skill checks. Milestones are all reset. You know how these work. I don't know why we don't get more blood points for these. I really don't. But yeah, they're here. They're here. Rift Pass 2 as well. Complete 5 trials as Meg. Complete 10 trials as any survivor. Damage 20 generators. Succeed at 30 repair skill checks. It's 50 survivors with a basic attack. Heal a total of 5 health states. Complete 5 trials as the nurse. Or complete 10 trials as any killer. And then you have your dailies. So yeah, whenever we do throughout the 2v8, you'll unlock the emblems up here. Your Annie's Flight banner, the Scout Regiment, and the Attack on Titan figurine. All this stuff will be unlocked as you roll through doing all these quests. Alright. So, let's talk about patch notes. We're going to be here a little bit with this one, so... I'll turn that down. We'll put some tunes in the background a little bit as we roll through these. There is a lot, people. And when I mean a lot, I mean a lot. I'm not going to go through them all the little tidbits at the end. I'm going to put it down below for you guys to read. but we're gonna roll here. Important, as a result of the engine updates, the download size of this update is larger than normal. The Legion has been re-enabled. Map weighing has been adjusted in order for maps to have an equal chance of spawning. Realm repeat prevention remains in effect. So, you know, those same 5 maps that you got 5 billion times, we won't have to worry about that anymore. That should be fixed, hopefully. Diminishing returns update. While in a trial, repeated positive or negative gameplay modifiers and status effects are now affected by diminishing returns. Identical killer and survivors modifier granted by powers, items, perks, and offerings will now be reduced progressively as they become stacked. The following applying diminishing returns only within their role: negative action speed modifiers, positive skill check chance modifiers. The following are excluded entirely from diminishing returns modifier granted from add-ons. The gameplay modifier with the highest absolute value is always applied, while lesser ones are progressively lowered to a percentage of their original value. Game prioritizes the highest value, reducing the impact of lesser ones. The first, the highest, being 100%, then 50, 25, 12.5, and 5. Game manual update to include information on diminishing returns. So pretty much if you have 2 healing perks, the highest one is going to be it, and then it's going to diminish the rest of the ones that other people are using throughout the whole entire game. 1v4 added an option to play while you wait, so you can now play as survivor while you wait to play as the killer, because obviously the queues as killer is going to be longer now that the 2v8 is rolling. Progress bar update. The progress bar for interactions has a new animation to reinforce the speed differences. The color has been updated to represent the speed of the interaction, becoming yellow if faster than normal and red if slower than normal. Previously, the color was dependent on the individual contributor. I don't know about this. It sounds cool and nice, but until I get in there and actually play and see what happens. Yeah, some people are colorblind anyway. Visible team perks. Match details have been updated to show the loadout of players of the same team. Perks, items, add-ons, and offering. The match details have been updated to show the killer to all survivors. When one of the following occurs, any survivor enters a chase or any survivor loses a health state, elements can be hovered to display their descriptions. The loadout of the opposite team is not displayed until the match is over, following the final score stream behavior. This is good and bad. I think it's nice to know what your team's running, but there's a but. What about like stealth killers? If you already know who's on the other side with just a chase, then yeah, you know it's the Wraith. I don't know. I think that's can be taken at different things. Myers, for instance. You're gonna know it's Myers. You're gonna know it's a Ghostface. You're gonna know anybody that's stealthy within the first chase or lose the health state. Then you know to watch for that killer every time. So, I don't know, it's iffy. I'd like people's feedback on that. What do you guys think about that? I don't know. Spectator mode. While in spectator mode, most elements in the HUD can be hovered to display the descriptions, perks, items, add-ons, goals, status effects. Aurora customization. New Aurora types are available for killer customization. Highlighted elements, surface elements, marked elements, killer objects, and breakable walls. Killer updates the Blight. Decrease the Blight's default movement speed to 4.4. Breaking a down pallet now reduces rush tokens to 2 below maximum and resets the current rush token recharge to 0. Includes basic break and special break killer actions. Power description updated to reflect the change. Doctor decreased the delay of shock therapy attack to 0.75. The Cannibal increased maximum chainsaw sweep speed to 5.45. Ghostface decreased the cooldown night shot 15 seconds. The Demogorgon increased Shred's movement speed to 19. Increased Shred's turn rate to 55 and increase the duration undetectable at the traverse and the upside down to 12 seconds. That to me is a big buff, but we're going to see what happens here. The Dredge, increase movement speed while charging Reign of Darkness to 4. The Mastermind, decrease recovery time of the Virulent Bound to 2.7, decrease charge time per token to 5 seconds, increase the duration of chain bound window to 2.5. Skull Merchant added support to multiple power icons, new power icons mapped to deploy drone, rotate and recall actions. The Unknown, decrease cooldown of UVX to 6.25. Decrease weakened survivor vision linger duration to 0.75. The animatronic. Decrease time to recall the fire axe to 6 seconds. And decrease the time to recall the fire axe when embedded in survivors. 8 seconds. First one was environment. Decrease battery consumption per camera to 6. Man, there's a lot they did, didn't they? Decreased battery consumption upon survivor teleport to 12. Key binding for grab axe button updated to use power input. Yeah, they did a lot of different killers here. They messed with a lot of them. These are the killer add-ons. I'm not really going to talk about them too much. I mean, there's nothing like, oh my god. You got to have these add-ons, obviously, to be able to use them. So if you want to read through them real quick, you can. I'll leave it up for like, 5 seconds or something. You guys want to read through them real quick? I just don't really see the point in me reading them off if you don't use the killers and stuff like that. And I'm going to be honest, how many people use certain ones that are common? I mean, not too many people. Alright. Survivor perk update fast track. Whenever you unhook another survivor, you earn 1 token, up to 1, 2, 3, of course. While repairing, whenever you hit a great basic skill check, spend all tokens for each token spent. Generator gains 5% permanent progress. So before it was whenever people got hooked, you got it. Now you have to unhook people to get it. This, to me, sure, it changes things, but it doesn't, like, massively change things. And why I say this is, well, what do you mean by that? Well, okay. Say you get people off the hook, because obviously you're going to be. If you're running around, you're going to get your friends off the hook and everything. Well, right there, you get some tokens automatically. You're going to get 1 token for every person you get off the hook. If you're playing with your friends and your goal is, okay, Bobby, you're the one that's going to get everyone off the hook. I'm going to work on gens. I'll go loop the killer, blah, blah, blah. Everybody's got a job. Well, that person who's got that job to unhook people could be running specialist at the same time as well. In that perk, you gain permanent gen progress by just opening up chests around the map. That's it. That's all you gotta do. So, if you're running that perk and this at the same time, plus you have, other perks that help you out with the generator stuff. If everybody's got their own job, you're not going to be running the same stuff. So, I could see how this is helpful, but then at the same time, I don't see how it's going to be helpful because it doesn't matter if you're unhooking, hooking, doesn't matter. It's still 5%. It's still the same. You're still going to get it, permanent progress. So I don't see how it's very helpful at all at the end of the day on a team that knows what they're doing. So you guys have to let me know down below what you think about that perk being changed the way it is. I think either way, it's the same. Either way, to me, it's the same. Because you can save people. You can save people 4 times. That's 20% off a generator. I don't know. Plus with specialists on top of it's even more percentage. Yeah, hyper focused, faster. You get the point. Anyway, 2v8, the Death Slinger increased the walk reload speed penalty from 0.7 to 8 or 0.8. Decrease a fire miss duration of 1.5 seconds. The Oni increase loss of demon mode uptime to 7 seconds. Cage of Corruption cages now feedback the anti-camp bar. Once the anti-camp bar reaches the maximum threshold, the survivor will be given a choice to relocate. Upon relocation, the bleed out timer now pauses for 30 seconds. 2 maps added to the 2v8 was Temple of Purgation and Ironworks of Misery. These are all bug fixes. These are the audio fixes, the bot improvements, different things that were clipped and broke on characters. Fix an issue where the hags, traps, Aurora caused some visibility issues. Singularities, slip streaming to survivors, dropping pallets caused a desync to occur. You know, little problems with the killers and like cosmetics, stuff like that. Like right here, fix an issue where Yui's outfit, pad-footed boots while being carried by the killer would obstruct the killer's point of view. It's all little things. I'm not going to read through them all. We'd be here all day if I did that. I'm not going to do that. Environment and maps is the same. Different things around each map that were broke. Let's go through here. Flaws sticking out. Trash cans did not have flies. The trash cans didn't have flies? Who cares? Anyway. Delusion where the screen goes black when the nurse blinks in the corner. Guys, are you telling me no way? Come on. Really? Are you all of this, okay? All of this. Right here's one. Green goes black, nurse blinks. Another one. Trash cans. Another one. Claws that were sticking out of the wall prevent killers to navigate in the room where they appear. Another one. Where the camera is beginning the trials. Clip through the Houndmaster. Are you telling me no one's seen the grass sticking out of the corner of the map that's floating there? Nobody's seen that. Not one person has found grass floating on Trickster's Delusion. You don't see that ever? I pass it every single time I'm on the map. Oh boy. That's the biggest thing that comes out to me on any map. It don't matter what map I'm on. That's the only one that is a sore thumb stick out on any map. Perks. Fix an issue where the perk ultimate weapon activated on Totem Snuff. Fix an issue where selecting random killer perks challenge was no longer giving perks in a trial. Fix an issue where corrective action remained active when the perk holder was removed by the trial. Fix an issue where Virgil remained active on the hook where perk owners had been sacrificed. Change of plan transformed non-toolbox items given by Dramatory when triggered inside a locker. Quick and quiet could be used just before the cooldown ends. Oh, people are going to be mad about that one. Brand new tool part box add-on consumed fast track token stacks without applying them. The Legion was unable to frenzy vault over a pallet being lifted by any means necessary. And that's about it for the most part. Yeah. Why is this repeated? That's a little bit repeated down there. We've already read that up top. But anyway, that's about it. A little bit of bug fixes in the 2v8. And yeah, that is all of them. That is literally all of it. We're gonna have to see what happens, because if we're being honest, the engine updated as well. That's another issue at hand. Every time an engine updated, more bugs come into the game. You're probably going to see more problems. I'm not going to lie. You're going to see problems. Every single time they update the engine of the game, there is issues. So you are going to see issues. I guarantee it. So you guys will have to let me know down below if you run into any of those problems or have run into any of those problems yet. I would love to see what everyone is dealing with or going through. If you notice certain things wrong with perks or anything. I'm going to be testing out different builds as well. Now that this is in, I can actually test stuff out and see what works and what doesn't work. And yeah, it's going to be an interesting time to see how these changes affect everybody. I know they're going to. Obviously, they just put 2v8 in, and that's pretty much your your little cover-up so you don't go messing with other things and see all the problems, and then you have to, you know, go complain and whatnot. You know, because they're going to think that everyone's going to stick to the 2v8 and start working on there only. But, for another time. You all have a good rest of your day. And like I said, let me know down below what you think about all these updates. And I will see you on the next one. If you're not subscribed, I play a lot of Dead by Daylight and play single-player horror games as well. So, I will see you all later. Have a good rest of your day. I'm out.